Hi, and welcome to another video of the Target Individual Experience, the Target Individual Program. And so I just came back from picking the kids up from school. And of course, as I left to go get them, the noise campaign, I was talking on the phone to another Target individual, and I was walking up the block when the sirens started. And I was like, listen, I gotta go because they're starting a noise campaign and I want to record it. Now, unbeknownst to me, I did not see this police vehicle here that you see on the screen that was making a U-turn, okay, right in front of me. All right. So again, synchronization, tracking me, surveilling me, illegal surveillance, or whether it be legal or not, because I don't know why I would be surveilled. Okay, I'm not a criminal. I'm not engaged in criminal activities or anything like that. And like I said, if I'm being investigated, they've been doing this to me for almost 2 decades, right? Why not show up at my door with a warrant? Okay, why keep doing this charade, these psychological tactics, these psyops? You know, um, you know what I'm saying? Why? So, but anyway, that's a question that I can't answer. Only they can do that, right? I can just speculate, and I think my speculation is on point. Whereas this program is used to cover the non-consensual human experimentation that the U.S. government are doing to individuals like myself, the illegal microchipping without our consent, and the use of psychological manipulation and psychological tactics to manufacture consent, okay, and also to psychologically torture individuals, not just psycho- psychologically, but also the use of direct energy weapons such as microwave, silent sound spread spectrum, which is used for mind control, and the acoustic vibrational weapons that they used on me. Excuse me, sorry. And so, these are tactics again that they employ, and again they are heavily engaged in the domination game in trying to shut me up, okay, by again trying to get me to believe that by continuing to talk about what they've done to me and what they're doing will somehow lead to some arrest or something like that. It's all fear-based tactics to try to shut me up and to try to silence me, okay? And so they will go through extreme measures, as you'll see here, in order to intimidate me into silence, okay? So when I told the other TI I need to get off the phone, like I said, I didn't realize that this vehicle was making a turn in front of me, and only until I heard the sirens, and when I pressed the record button on my phone wouldn't record. Okay, I had to press it at least a couple times in order to make sure that it started recording. And at this point, you'll see recording here. And excuse the language. Let me mute because I was cursing. So you have to excuse the language. But this shit frustrates you at times. When you go through this shit on a daily basis by these criminals with badges. Okay, and that's what they are. They are terrorists. They are criminals masquerading as law enforcement officers or peace officers. Well, they're not peace officers. Masquerading as law enforcement officers when they are the criminals. Okay, they are the criminals. Okay, and I want people to understand that, particularly TIs. I want you guys to understand that. Yes, they may have a gun and a badge. Yes, they may work in law enforcement, but they are criminals. And this is why we need to expose everything that they do. Okay? Everything. So, you know, they saw me, they turned the sirens on and made a U turn in front of me. And then, okay, so when I say look at the subliminals, again, you have to look at these things. Okay, so let's go back. So when they turn and they made the U-turn, okay, watch the van that pulls up, right? Okay, all right. So you see the Con Edison van, right? Okay. So again, you have to understand subliminal message and how they use imagery to convey certain things. Okay, like I said, I've been studying them for well over 2 decades. Not well over 2 decades, but almost 2 decades, because I've been in this program for almost 2 decades. And so you have to go from a point of just going through the notions with the negative subliminal programming, right? To um, and realizing, understanding that in order for you to reverse some of the negative conditioning, you have to study what it is that they're doing. So you have to, like, I did a lot of experimentation, always going outside, looking to see what they were doing, and coming back. If I see repetitive hand signals, I would do it back to them, and I guess it kind of gives them confirmation that, yeah, you are being aware of it or what have you, but you have no choice because you have been conditioned. Okay, it's not to say they just start doing this out of the blue, and you just start pick. No, you have to be brainwashed. They have to implant these things into your subconscious. Okay, they had to have access to you in order to put you under hypnosis, all right, in order for them to program your mind for mind control. Okay, so you'll see the Con Edison van pulled up. Okay, and then you'll see, like recently I was saying to the other TI, I said they've been using a lot of teenagers and a lot of children. They might target it. Okay, not also do they use adults, but once you start to expose the adults, right, and put their face out there, those same adults will cease to target you in a least aggressive manner, way least aggressive manner. And then you'll start to see them using a lot of teenagers and a lot of children. Okay? So you see the young teenage girl, how she had her phone, and as she got close to me, she puts it down and she lifts her head up like, so this to show you that some of these, like I said, when you study culture, occult behavior, that adults who are in cults, whether it be religious or what have you, their children will also participate in some of these destructive cult behavior, okay, or behaviors, okay. The noise campaign, and like I said, every day. I may not see the police every single day, uh, but I'll definitely surely see, um, you know, I'll hear the noise campaign. Okay, so yeah, I'll definitely hear the noise campaign as soon as I leave the building or leave the apartment. I gotta beat this. Again, I apologize for the language. Okay, so yeah, then you'll see how they love to do that crossing motion, crossing in front of you. Okay, so as you'll see, um, you know, the traffic was backed up, but because again they have to do the synchronization, right? So what they did, get hear the sirens, it was to stop traffic and for them to bypass traffic so that they can cut in front, and then they can do this, which is synchronization, right? As I'm walking, they turn very slowly in front of me. Okay. because they act like they were going to come out their car. I guess when they saw the phone pointed at them, you know, again, because like I said, right, if you're so correct and the law is on your side and you're so right or what have you, then just get out your car and approach me and say what you got to say and do what you got to do. Okay? But like I said, they're using a lot of teenagers now and a lot of children now in my targeting. Okay? So I'm going to be doing a lot of this because, again, I want to be able to let you guys see the individuals, including the teenagers, that participated in this and what it is that they do, right? So see today how you don't see the school safety officers here, because they're always here every single day, okay? Always there, right? So where are they today? Is it because the video I posted that shows them, you know, definitely targeting me? And you hear me saying, "Give me more, give me more," because again, they see how they just keep crossing in front of me. Yeah, I know. I'm walking towards them, but the way how they move, and you will see. All right, see, he pinches his nose. Okay, now watch. Again, touching the upper part of his lip with the middle finger protruding out slightly. All right, staring campaign. See that? Now, doing this, close mouth, fold the lips in, inwards. Okay, and they're not gonna get away. Okay, so now guess what? But there's only female security officers that are walking towards me, right? So I guess earlier today with the female police officers. Okay, so again, you know how they send you subliminal message about using the women to target you and stuff like that, and here this kid right here, teenager in the gray, with his palm out facing towards me. Okay, all right. And check how his other hand went towards his crotch. Okay, so again, I'll show you, videos where they're grabbing their crotch as they approach me. Again, folding of the lips. See, now they again using these teenagers. I think I might have figured out the reason why at times they would use teenagers and children primarily. I guess because those that adults that are engaged in this type of behavior, that are easily identifiable, could be held and prosecuted for what they are doing. And so you'll there are times, again, when I expose it in such a way that there's no doubt, then they will start to use a lot of teenagers and a lot of children in my targeting, right? And I think part of the reason for that is, again, to try to discredit, villainize, to say, oh, this individual is crazy, I have a mental illness, and they will, from time to time, play that card, okay, against me, all right? So, like I said, you're gonna see me pausing the video a lot. Okay, you have to excuse the sound kind of funny, but just bear with me. And again, he's going to stand there, right, with his mouth like this. right? Just blocking my way. Then here's an adult's gonna cross in front of me. Okay, and what this does, or what this used to do, was, kind of like when they target you, they figure, well, because of the programming and the technology that they have you under a trance, right? So when you're walking and they're doing all this stuff, this is when they have you under remote neural monitoring. Basically, when they do these actions, certain words, phrases popped up in your mind, and you're saying these things, these words, these phrases internally, okay? And then you will hear sirens and all this stuff. Uh, but that is the how they do the remote monitoring. Like I said, if you're going to use your children or let your children be used to participate in this type of cult behavior, this type of destructive cult behavior, criminal behavior, okay, psychological torture, psychological warfare, and against me, I have every right. I'm within my right to record to prove, what it is that's being done, and so, you know, I'm going to keep recording, and you're not going to intimidate me into stopping, okay? Because that's not going to work. Okay, so pick the kids up from school. Actually, the the video stopped because I ran out of space. But as I was turning to go into the kids' school, there was some school safety officers standing in the corner, and one of them waved and says, "Bye." I'm like, okay, whatever. It happened. This has happened before. You know what I'm saying? And you know, whatever. So anyway, got the kids. We're leaving the school, and I started recording because I see this individual here. You'll see him here wearing a gold chain here. He's standing there looking, and I'm seeing him at the corner of my eye as I'm exiting out with the kids. And so then I was like, okay, he's a perp. So I started recording. Okay, and then when he sees me recording, he moves. He walks away. He's walking towards me. Okay, right here. Okay, let's see if I can let's pitch up a little bit. Get a good look at him. Okay, good look at him. He's just standing there. Yeah, he doesn't have any kids in the school. Okay, he was standing there looking at me, and when I took my phone to record him, he starts walking off. Okay, but again, this is something that they do. This is a tactic that they use. Okay, and so let's see. Okay, here this. All right, so it's nothing new. We just got to, as a TI, as a targeted individuals, we have to put these people on blast, right? We have to let people know. Here's another one. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go back here a little bit. Okay. So at this point, when we're walking, and that's me scolding Ethan because his teacher said that he didn't do any work. So right? So you'll see here, right? We're walking this long stretch, and you're not going to see any adult, only children. Okay, only kids. Okay, you'll see there's no one, no adult walking towards me. Why is that? Okay, see, at this point, this is when they use the technology, the silent sound spread spectrum, to keep the adults away, right? So now it's just children that's walking, in the direction that I'm walking with Ethan and Melissa and towards me. And you'll see this little kid here. Okay, see, good. That's okay, you missed it. But anyway, he stuck his tongue out at me. Okay, and and teenagers, right? With the majority of it, of the people targeting me are children. Okay, now I see everybody at the bus stop. Now I'll show you plenty of videos where people were at the bus stop and they'll turn around and look at me. This time, they completely ignore me and they just did not look at me at all. Okay, so now we're coming to the end of the block, and now you see again. Now you start to see some adults and some teenagers. Okay, all right. Okay, there was one point where there was walking, and there was a woman who was staring at Ethan and Alyssa. Let me see if I got that part. Okay, I used the homeless theme there again. Okay, now this is the woman. Okay, there she goes. That was her. As she was walking across, she kept staring at my kids. Okay, let's go. Okay, now this guy approaching, he's always outside with his dog, and his dog, he had a little dog, and the dog is always aggressive. He's always barking, and so again, but this is the stuff that they do, right? And I've shown it before when they target me, how they'll use people, like all of a sudden, they'll be like, "Good morning," whatever. People who've never talked to me, but they're using this guy, because whenever his dog barks at me, I kind of joke around, and I was talking to the dog, and I said, "Hey, man, one day, I'm gonna give you that fight you're looking for." So we're all kind of laughing at that. So but of course they're going to use him, and they're trying to send threats. You know, okay. So, you've never asked me about my family before. Okay, of all the times I've seen him outside with the dog, and I've, you know, just casually, I guess, joke with the dog, and we both laugh and what have you. But he's asking me about my family now. That's how they say use subliminal threats, right? And they try to do it in a way that makes it seem like it's not a threat. But to the person, to the target individual who's been conditioned, and like I said, I've been studying the psychological aspect of this program for so many years, that you begin to understand these people, right? And what it is that they do. Okay. And so again, you know, that to me, because like I said, no, I'm not friends with anybody on this block, on Pamela's block, or on my block. Used to be friends, but since they started participating in this type of program, they're no longer my friend. So they don't even, I don't talk to them, they don't talk to me. Or if they do say something, it's just in casual passing, and that's it. But they like to say you subliminal threats and smile in your face. Okay, this is what they do, right? And so you have to be aware of that as a target individual, and being able to recognize that, and not let it uh, and not get emotionally wound up to negatively impact you or affect you, is key, right? And so what has helped me again is through documentation, through research and documentation of what it is that they're doing. Okay, and then head back on the block again, you hear the noise campaign again. Okay, and like I said, things, emergencies are not predictable, right? Especially, uh, has never been predictable. But when there are certain times, if you're a TI and within the afternoon, between the hours between like 2:30 and 3 to 3:30, and you're hearing constant noise, if you're going outside at those times, those are not emergencies that's happening. You're being targeted with noise campaign. Okay, because again, emergencies are not predictable. You know, it doesn't have a pattern. Okay, not in the sense that, like I said, every day you go outside at a particular time, you're constantly hearing ambulances, you're constantly with police sirens and stuff like that, and police cars, you know, constantly, you know, around you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they're trying to cage you in, right? And again, this is to intimidate you, and through fear-based conditioning, so that you would withdraw from society, which we all have somewhat. But at least some of us, we go out and do what needs to be done, what we need to do. We go out and do it. Okay, and so you have to be aware of that. This is something uh, that they'll continue to do, and it's something that I'll continue to expose. I'll continue to keep uh, recording and making videos about what it is that they're doing. All right. So head over to psychologicalharassment.com, and you will find a lot of information that will help you, and that will hopefully help you understand what's happening to you. Okay. And I really do hope it helps you. I hope the videos that I'm doing help you guys to understand and to see through my eyes and through the camera lens, or the phone camera lens, exactly what is happening. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next video.